when it comes to Windows Server and SQL Server customers, we know that they span the entire gamut of workloads. We have customers that are running SQL and data, small devices at the edge, branch offices, retail, manufacturing, to planetary size Azure PaaS, SQL, global planetary size databases, and everything in the middle. And we have customers that are running their business critical workloads on Windows and SQL. This is just a teeny tiny, we got tens and thousands of customers running the most mission critical workloads out there. And I'm just excited that, we've got a ton of awesome new features and capabilities that are coming down the road in both of our products. Now, one of the things that we do is we like to poll you guys, and we like to find out what is important to you. What would you like to see in future versions of our products? Number one, easier patching. Let's be clear. We all have to patch. It's just, that's the way it is. Let who has written the perfect code raise their hand. Doesn't exist. So easier patching is always there. Enhanced security, always critical. We know the bad guys continue to up their game. We continue to up our games. It's why we make huge investments in security, whether it's Active Directory, whether it's Bastion, whether it's Defender for Cloud, whether it's Sentinel, you name it. We're making huge investments across the board. And then finally, hybrid capabilities. I'm gonna ask a simple question of everybody in the audience, and I'm just looking for a show of hands. For your organization, what is your organization's cloud strategy? Is it 1, public cloud only? Is it 2, private cloud only? Or is it 3, hybrid cloud? Okay, first one, how many people are all public cloud only? That's all you're gonna do? I think I saw one hand. How many of you are gonna do all private cloud only? That's all you're doing, private cloud. One hand. Okay, and how many are hybrid? And here go the rest. And I can tell you, I've been asking this question for the last 2 years in every public session. I ask customers when I meet with them, that's the same response I get every time. Maybe one here, maybe one there. Everybody's in the hybrid camp. Totally agree with you. So today, we want to focus on those areas that you think are important. Patches and updates made easier, hybrid capabilities, enhanced security features. And let's start right off the bat with patches and updates made easier. And today that exists with hot patching for Windows Server Azure Edition. And in case you haven't seen this, I just have to show this to you because it's just a demo that just always wows everybody. So hot patching is a new way to install updates that doesn't require a reboot and doesn't interrupt the workloads running on your server. Now, before we start this demo, let me kind of describe the demo environment. On the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, I have a Windows Server Core VM, and this is created and it'll be updated with Azure Auto Update, but I'm gonna manually install the hot patching updates. These are hot patches. On the left-hand side, I have traditional updates. These are what we call LCUs, or cumulative updates. This is what you've been doing for the last 20 years. Okay, so we've got that, and then at the bottom I've got a sample workload. I got file copies going on there because I want to have an active workload, and I want to show you that we do not want to upset the running workload. And at the top I've got a demo timer so you can see this running. So I'm going to go ahead and start these updates. The one on the left is what you were using today, the traditional update. In fact, I'm going to give it a head start. I'm going to head on over there and I'm going to start installing the traditional update, okay? And so you can see we've started that, and on the right-hand side, oh, the hot patch is already done. I'm sorry about that. If you blinked, you may have missed that. The hot patch is done. The file server copy is continued without any interruption, any reboot, any change of service. Left-hand side is still cranking away at 11.5%. I feel really bad about that. Let's actually install a second hot patch, because I want to make sure you understand what we're actually doing, and I want you to miss it. So we're going to install a second hot patch on the right-hand side, and just like that, we're done again. So I just installed hot patches without any disruption or any downtime. And the beauty of hot patching is it's instantaneous. It's patching in memory. So it's not like, oh, you ran this patch, but I still need to reboot to get the fixes. The fixes are in, the changes are in. I am secure right now. So, you know what? This is gonna keep going for a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up because it's gonna take a little while for that traditional update to kick in. So let's go ahead and speed this up. You can see 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 12 seconds, and now reboot's required. Now, if I reboot right now, it's gonna interrupt my file copy, so definitely don't wanna do that. So I'm gonna wait for that to finish, and when that's done, I'll do the reboot. The point I wanna make here is Azure hot patching for Windows Server 2022 Azure Edition is available right now. And we have customers that are using and seeing profound changes in their update mechanisms and their servicing. And in case you're wondering, I showed you this with Server Core, but people always ask me, what about the full desktop experience? Because we got a bunch of those. That's okay. You're covered there as well. So this covers both Server Core as well as Server with desktop experience. But let me show you a customer that is actually benefiting hugely from hot patching today. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're a little organization called Xbox. Xbox are big fans of hot patching, okay? So if you look today, a mission critical workload is absolutely Xbox Cloud Services. If we disrupt anybody's game time, that's not good for anybody. So today, a partial view of the Xbox footprint, not all of it, but a partial is 1,000 servers running 18 different services. And Bob, get this, it's between 2 and 120 SQL servers.
There we go.
So, like I said, chocolate and peanut butter, okay? Yeah. Now, some of these workloads have been running for over 15 years. These started on physical servers. They are now running in Azure ISVMs. So, patching for this, look, we've always had an automated deployment. The Xbox team has an automated way to do it. There's a complete process. But it took 3 weeks to roll out the updates, and of course, without downtime, but it happened 12 times a year, and it took 3 weeks out of every month, okay? Because they had to, manage failover, manage reboots, and not impact and do it without downtime. With hot patching, they're now patching all 1,000 servers in less than 48 hours. That is not a typo. All 1,000 servers in less than 48 hours. You better believe the Xbox team loves this feature, and you should absolutely be using it yourself.